Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are just going to go straight into this. 19,000 VP, so I'm expecting that... Ooh. Anticlimactic. That was a great start. Great start to the episode. Well done, James. Alright. Quite a lot of points for a destroyer action. Well, we better accept this is the one area that they, I'll say inarguably, are superior to us in. Which way are all these guys heading? North? South. Okay. I'll let the turns play out. We should be faster, although with the sea state the way it is... What are our speeds limited to? 26 knots. Very well, game. Play out as you wish, and then we'll see what I can actually do. We have the control now. And what we're going to do is just head straight back towards Kitaro, because... And we'll see if they come to us. What are the weather conditions like? Pretty terrible. Well, it is the mid-afternoon. We'll see. We'll see what happens, although I suspect the Austro-Hungarians have just gone straight north. Nothing for nothing. Still very much a stalemate. Another MTP squadron. Claymore is in the yard with engine problems. It's not good. We are apparently blockading them. The Montclair is being very successful against the Taurus and the Minerva. I may send some more ships up there just to help her out. Yeah, we'll send the Trody. Oh no, you're not on cruiser defense. Yeah, I just don't have enough light cruisers to go around. We've got a few sitting in Southeast Asia. Oh, we do need to move these aviation ships. I don't know how they ended up in West Africa, but they did. They should be where they're meant to be in the next month. Might put the catapults on torpedo on protection, just so Montclair is not operating out there alone. I would love to give Montclair a light cruiser or two. Oh, no, that's Fian. Okay, so we've already got one up there. Our replacement, our submarines are slowly starting to be whittled away. And of course we aren't having enough replacements. Disappointing about not being able to build those battleships. What we can do right now, however, is look at our, I believe it was a heavy bomber that we managed to capture. So that is our medium bomber. It's the Phoenix 53. I thought we had the, oh no, we had the max speed. Right. Hmm. Well, we are going to need a new medium bomber shortly, if that's the case. Our fighters are okay. The Great British have us beaten at the moment. So do the Americans. We'll get that flying boat out of the way, and then we'll start having to go through a new flying boat. Just as we're developing something. It's actually quite good. Well, I mean, it's 10 years of technology on what we currently have. We'll say no. Oh no, the Admiral Cecile. Ah. Ah. We lost Claymore as well to a mine. That stinks. French fleet is after blood. I would very much like to make sure that something like that does not happen again. Oh, the Bronin is back on her feet. We have a second battle division. We have control of the gun sight in the ocean. We are not in range of any land-based aircraft. Some ships are reporting less than 50% fuel remaining, which is a little bit odd because Bronin is meant to be... Bronin is meant to be long range. BB5 is an unknown ship. Oh. Go to max speed, go to turn together. And we will have Bronin. Do need to double check. Huh? There we go. Okay. I want you to go after that. Launch it as quick as you can. Up to. Oh, it looks like one of them has been knocked out. What is that? That is a destroyer. Oops. Never heard of the Wade class before. That must be brand new. That must have just come out. It's a bit of a shame about that carrier strike. I didn't see anything. Bronin should be able to recover them easily, and we may be able to get another strike off. Well, we'll have to see what happens. Why don't you go return to formation? And we'll let this carry on. Yeah, a lot of aircraft just sort of flying around, landing. I believe that, yeah, we won't be able to launch any more sorties. Ocean has lost contact and decided the best thing to do is to steam ahead at full speed. Bit odd, we did not see a single enemy ship that entire time. And our contact board is starting to clear up. Ooh. Did it sink it? Oh no, so we sunk one of their destroyers, and their battleship took light damage. Well, I will take that. Japan has laid down a corvette of the America Maru class. Haven't seen that one before. If you'll allow me. So radar and electronics is on high, so we'll see. We don't get any bonuses towards that as France. I may build. We have a little bit in the budget. can't remember what our latest Corvette was. Diamond, is it still good? Because I'm just looking over at anti-submarine warfare here, and we could be a lot better at it. And we have a little bit of spare budget since we're not building battleships after all. In fact, we may get those docks being built. View design. View design, please. There we go. 900. 4K guns, increased depth charge, storage. We don't have forward anti-submarine warfare mortar yet. We'll see if we can design a better one, since we have the opportunity. There's not much point putting a very good fire control on it. What else can we do here? We will start building that next month, I guess. Condenser trouble. So that would have crippled if Elorn had been a raider and she'd been in enemy waters with no friendly ports available or only neutral ports. She would have had to go into port, and she would have been either interned or she would have scuttled herself. Excellent. So we have search radar, which will give us a location we won't be able to fire. So if the ship is blind and has a radar contact, it won't be able to fire on that contact. What you need to wait for is fire control radar, but we will know it's there, so we will be able to shadow it until morning. Oh, improved. So I think the current Biorn design is going to get scrapped, and we will design a new one. Jean Bart. Well, at least we didn't lose the Jean Bart. Those raiders are having an awful lot of fun at our expense. An enemy bombardment. Battle size is large, so it could be anywhere up from a few battleships to a heavy cruiser engagement. Or it could be the entire destroyer fleet, as far as we know. Oh, they have declined. Oh, right next to French Iceland. Actually, we did keep those two battle cruisers in Northern Europe, didn't we? This could be interesting. Unable to challenge our forces. Good. If the situation in the Mediterranean deteriorates, we will send the 2 battle cruisers into the Mediterranean. Right now, I'm happy where they are. Is that... can I ask if that flying boat is ready yet? Oops. Hang on. There we go. Submarines improved welding. I'll buy that. Legoland, okay. They're starting to lose submarines, and so they're sending out more raiders. The Taurus is having a long string of luck. How did that happen? In a battle between the German-Austrian navies, the Austrian ship Corvette Austria and the German ship battleship Brandenburg have been sunk. Looks like Germany got its ass kicked a little bit. An enemy destroyer raid on Corfu again. Man, the Austro-Hungarians must have a deep-seething hatred for that place. I haven't checked if any of these ships have been fitted with that search radar yet. But I do not believe so. Where is the old radar? Main caliber. Fire control radar? None. Okay. No, none of these ships appear to have been fitted with radar. If the Claymores don't have it, the Javelins certainly wouldn't. Normally radars appear on battleships first, and then you'll see them slowly be distributed throughout the fleet. I haven't quite worked out how the maths of it works, but you basically end up making sets of it automatically. And you'll have sets of tier 1, and then, you know, as you go up to tier 2, those sets of tier 2s will start replacing the tier 1s, and the tier 1s will move down into smaller and smaller ships. But I believe it's battleships that always get prioritized first. There is also air warning radar, which comes along later. So there's a few different types of radar. Search radar is the first, and then you get a few levels on that, and then it becomes fire control radar. And there is also air warning radar, which is pretty much what it says on the tin. But that will actually allow you to control aircraft a little bit better, supposedly. Who knows? A lot of the game's functions after the Dreadnought era sort of starts going into its twilight, start becoming a lot more obtuse. Oh, we've found them. Okay, go to turn together. Okay. Holy shit. For a second I thought that was going to be a enemy cruiser, but apparently not. I will actually take command of this. Yet again has lost one of her turrets. Which one? We don't know. I said Y turret. It should be this one. What class is that javelin? Okay, so that's those 3-inch dual-purpose rifles. Because we never did refit the damn things with dual-purpose guns. It's tight little maneuvers. This Bengal is getting the snot kicked out of her. We will detach. We will detach her. Oh no, javelin! Oh man, that was a hero ship. The French Navy will not take that lying down. Look at the number of torpedoes that are going out here, and they have definitely been firing their own torpedoes as this has gone on. Cogni's not doing so hot. We may detach Cogni as well. Just because of the sheer amount of flooding she's actually taking. Yeah, it's a bit of a clusterfuck going on in the old Corfu at the moment. So this is basically knife fighting range, even for destroyers. I will tell the Yataghan to go home as well. How's everyone else doing? Flame Verge is perfectly okay. Durandill's okay. PQ is okay. Oh shit. Just as I say that, I don't think Flamberge is going to make it somehow. Detach and go to nearest friendly base. Torpedo tubes damaged? Well, it's probably a good thing she's not carrying any of them anymore. Yatagana's hit by a torpedo. How are you doing? Not well. Ooh, she's probably not going to make it. And her rudder is jammed. Flamberge, I believe you had orders to go into port. Well, Yatagana's trying to survive. She's doing her best. See if she's managed to fix her rudder yet. No, it looks like she's about to go down. A rather storied ship was the Yatagana. So was the Javelin. Flamberge, where are you going? You have limited your flooding. And Yatagana has also limited her. Okay, she might make it. If I can keep these enemy destroyers off of her. Do not. Okay, that's a corvette. Ships are asking permission to pick up survivors. We'll say yes, but I would like to get these damaged ships into port. I believe the Austro-Hungarians have had enough and they're just sort of trying to sense an opportunity at the moment. Yes, we would like to pick up survivors from Javelin. That was a main magazine explosion, so I'm not sure how many men would actually make it off alive. Uh, 81 survivors. Okay. Not sure where PQ is going. Change your mission to support, just so that they stick close with. They stick closer together. I would like... Oh, apparently there are a few aircraft buzzing around. Oh. Dive bombs have hit. Oh, they're getting a few of them. I believe that was 3 hits from bombs on something, but unfortunately we didn't see what. Well, Flamberge has managed to stop her flooding at least. Old mate across the road has decided that it's time to whack the shit out of something. Yep. Corfu had a very interesting place in history. It was, I haven't looked up too much into it, but it was very strategic for a long time. Because it was the entrance way to the ports of Venice, which, if you know even a little bit about your history, you would know that it was a very lucrative trade route for almost 1,000 years, I believe. Well, at least a few hundred. Flamberge has managed to get herself out of her little rut. They're torpedo bombers, so it's unlikely that they'll be able to hit destroyers. Torpedo bombers have traditionally always worked best when they're paired up with either more dive bombers or have fighter aircraft in front of them to suppress enemy anti-aircraft positions. In the places where dive bombers have failed, it's normally been because they've been attacking while unsupported, and because going low and slow is a great way to become an easy target. Give these planes. We'll have to give these planes more time to attack the enemy. Right now, they're only in range of Kataro's aircraft. I would love to be able to build a airbase on Corfu. Then I could project so much power over the southern boot of Italy. Not to be, I'm afraid. It looks like all of our remaining destroyers are going to be okay. Don't know where these guys are going. They are. Looks like they're doing a search pattern and they'll be on their way back. Okay. PQ is doing all sorts of weird stuff. Where's PQ? PQ can't find her way into port. Okay. What did you go into port for? Did you... I don't know. There's a few aircraft out there. Some ships are reporting that some boats are reporting that their aircraft are reporting that they're taking off again. It looks like the land-based aircraft have gotten themselves confused and cannot find the enemy anymore. They're being reported, but for some reason they're not being attacked. Because the whole point of having airfields strung along the coast of Croatia is that, they attack anything that's trying to come out of Croatia. Splato's getting in on the action, so they must think the enemy ships are in range of their base. That's nightfall. So that's been one entire day of combat, and we're up to 42 minutes. Okay, didn't expect that. Motor torpedo boat squadrons are starting to come out of their bases and ram themselves against the coast. Well, they're not always useful, I suppose. We have lost one destroyer. They have lost 3, but no ship came out of that unscathed on either side. Okay, so they got strung out. Alright. Oh, well, we will build a few of these. War emergency measures are shortening the construction times of some of our ships. Austro-Hungary has commissioned a large number of new corvettes. Well, that is all for today. Just save here, and I will see you all next time. Ciao.